Previously on Roleplay Radio.
I will take care of figuring out who in my faculty is an Auric. I need you all to find out who the student is.
There's an existing magical item called Mirror of the Past. It will show you a vision of the history of a particular item or person. Mistake hates the idea of having to carry a mirror around, so she's adapting it into an earring of the past that won't give her a vision, just audible directly from the earring.
A large shadow drops right in front of you. It's a fucking mage hunter. It tries to lash at you, but it is being held back by the chains.
Griff kind of does the soccer mom stop in front of Gary.
Have either of you seen one of these before in your lives?
I've seen the baby larval ones.
Not nearly as frightening as the real thing, huh? These things are real, and the Auric have one. You know, at this point, you would think someone would create an antidote for that thing.
Are you volunteering?
I think that in order to find an antidote, you need a sample of the real thing.
Done. Well, not me personally, but I know someone who hasn't. I think right now he's taking it for a walk.
I want to say at this point, Gary just has come up to the top of the stairs and he's wearing one of these cages that he's got the eldritch balm in as a backpack. And he just sort of was like, oh, hi, sorry, I'm just walking up and down the stairs to see if movement helps. Down here.
Griff has his keys. Fain's been expecting them.
So I thought that it would be fun to maybe put a bug in Fain's office, and I thought you could help with that.
Your father's put a hex on me. My eye, Griffin. If you find my eye, please, wherever is better than your father's hands. Destroy it if you must. I'm serious. So the end of the year is fast approaching. Students are at their busiest as they begin to gather in their study circles. Out in the quads, filling up the scriptoria in the common areas of every college. And of course the central campus eateries as well. The Fire Jolt Cafe, the Bosun Tavern. Gary starts to notice the sale of beer and alcoholic drinks plummets, while the sale of coffee and caffeinated tea starts to skyrocket. Everyone is hard at work, studying and working on their end of the year projects now. And little to everyone's knowledge, one particular group of first years, aka the F Squad, are not only dealing with all the stress that comes with school, but also a potential assassination plot. You're trying to discover who the culprit is among your peers. So, you're heading back to the Croc Tower one night. It is just after sunset. The four of you, you're coming back from play rehearsal after having to deal with Professor Uvilda's nonsense, scrapping every idea and everything you worked hard for. What's everyone talking about?
Griff, I'm surprised you got to pirouette number 4 without falling over.
What do you mean? I did it perfectly.
Come on, it's just us.
Yeah, I fucked it up pretty bad.
I mean, she's asking a lot of us.
Yeah.
It's overall kind of working for me. This whole play thing, because it's all interpretive dance. She doesn't want any talking. So I just get basically private study time.
I also kind of feel like I'm not really doing anything anymore, so I sort of wish I didn't have to show up to the rehearsals. I can't bring all of my alchemy stuff with me, and I think that I'm getting closer to finding something to neutralize the balm, but,
Oh yeah?
the magic it keeps magicking!
Well, what are you trying in that right now?
Crow's feathers boiled for about 25 minutes.
No, that's that
And-
smell.
Sorry. Along with just some typical butter, which kind of helps to get the balm to slide off, so I can get it off of the object, but the object still stays alive from the previous corruption, so it's not very useful.
Did any of Jordan's theories help?
Some of them, but it's hard to follow up on all of them.
Yeah, they were kind of a lot.
Around then, Toby walks downstairs. Hi guys. Did you guys hear about Shelley?
No, we haven't. What's going on?
Oh, nothing to worry about. They're not doing so well with withdrawal. I think they took Aurora's dare really seriously and...
Have they not drunk anything since...
No, not a single drop.
Since 2 weeks ago?
I think it's a week ago.
A week ago?
That'll kill you.
Yeah, they're at the infirmary. I'm actually heading there now, because I miss them. They're my only friend, kind of. I mean, you all are my friends, but, like, they're my friend.
Oh.
Right, friend.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds really concerning. Should we do something for them? Like...
Well, a couple of us at least, if not all of us, should probably go with Toby to check on Shelley.
Oh, Greta's coming. And you do hear footsteps coming downstairs.
Mistake gives a very meaningful look to everyone else to be like, maybe at least 2 of us go, if not all of us.
I mean, Shelley's also our friend. We can come with to, drop off a care package of some kind.
Around then, also, you hear a knock on the door. Captain Dapplewing, standing in your porch. No owls, but you do see Rampart.
Oh, good evening, Captain Dapplewing. Can we help you?
Yes, I came here to talk to you all. It's now a bad time.
Well, we just heard some bad news about, our friend Shelley. Is it...
Professor Varelda is, caring for them. At the moment, they'll be alright as long as they don't continue their drinking habits. Did you know they've drunk every day since school started?
Yeah.
Yes.
They might have mentioned it a few times.
They had to pump their
tank.
stomach. It was bad.
Oh, that must have been a lot.
Anyway, this is a kind of an urgent matter, if you know what I'm talking about, and she gives you this look.
Sure. I guess, should we maybe catch up with Toby and Greta later?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
You're surprised to see Rampart very nonchalantly, take a seat, very confused to be like, well, where is the cat? The cat's with Shelley Shell, caring for them as they recover. Oh, well, now I'm sad I'm here. I could have taken a different shift. Just kidding. You guys are great.
You can pet me. Just kidding. Just kidding.
She's very awkward about that.
You heard that too, right? I didn't just imagine that.
No, you definitely heard that.
Come on, that was
I
funny.
heard it correctly, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Griff was quietly questioning. That's funny. It was funny.
Was that flirting or was it just awkward?
No, it
I'm
was
gonna roll
funny.
insight. Was that flirting?
No, he was just being funny. Like, Griff knows the types of things that Rampart likes, and...
But Rampart thought it was flirting.
Oh, good. Another one of these arcs.
So...
This is just Rampart will fall for everybody in the F squad before the end of
So Toby and Greta leave. Dapplewing immediately casts silence to make sure that whatever conversation happens in this room stays in this room. We can speak freely in front of Mr. Souvige. So,
How do we know that?
well, given that I'm a captain of this university, I, with consent, read the minds of some of my closest companions, including some of the Dragon's Guard, including Mr. Souvige. And Mr. Souvige had nothing to hide. If anything, I'm mad you didn't confide in me. What happened? I thought we were bros. You can trust me.
Well, we think we can trust everyone, but clearly there's someone we can't.
I'm sorry to say, but I suspect that little girlfriend of yours, Garrett Krieg.
Are you just saying that because you really don't like me?
No.
Okay,
I'm saying it because she has a necromancer uncle, and, she's involved in sketchy shit.
Necromancer uncle who works for the captain.
And also is very anti-Auric.
Okay, let's just focus. Captain Dapplewing, what did you want to say?
I haven't had many leads. The closest I've got is it might be one of the deans. Which one? I don't know. There are 10 of them. How about you? Have you gotten any closer?
The only people that we could think of that might possibly be it. I know that Xanther apparently sympathizes or something along those lines with the Auric. I know that I feel bad gossiping behind everybody's back, but
It's fine. Nothing leaves this room.
we don't have any. I think that would prove that Greta or Rosie would not be a potential solution, but I don't get that impression from them at all.
Especially since Gretel was manipulated.
Exactly. Lorene seems very too distraught, honestly, for right now to be doing anything like this.
And her dad didn't want her involved.
Yes.
It's not Lorraine Reneza. There's no possible way. Her father is in prison, and I saw her reaction. I mean, I was there. Have you followed up on this Garth Garson fella who was with you that one time you came
It wasn't Garth, I promise.
How do we know that? No, Captain, it was not Garth. Let's just... How do you know? Let's... Please.
So really, the only people I can think of that we haven't cleared are, well, I mean, I hate to say it, but Aurora and, I guess, Toby?
I mean, Aurora did kind of help us in a pinch.
Yeah, I don't think it was Aurora.
She is the person who, of everybody that we know, knows the most about the Auric.
Well, yeah, because her uncle works here.
Yeah, I don't want to, again, I don't want to really point fingers.
I mean, if she knew about them, then why would she be sharing all of that information with us?
It does seem odd to have told us everything that she has, if the plan was to betray us.
If I recall correctly, she was the one in the room at the tower during the chess fight. Right before you guys showed up. Right?
That is true, yes.
But doesn't it also take a while before the bomb actually does things?
Yeah, it seems to be about 2 to 3 hours to activate the first time, and then it's an exponentially longer time if you take balm that's already activated on something and put it on something else.
Oh,
Well,
you've
actually-
done your research, Mr. Grigg.
I remember when we actually met Aurora there, she said that she's been jamming out in the common room for a couple of hours, so that means that she would have been there when it was applied if it was fresh bomb.
Assuming it was fresh.
Yes.
And you don't just kind of go with a strategic apply something that's already been applied so that it can take longer.
There's also the clockwork server.
Right, I mean, they've been the ones that have been spreading it around in general.
And presumably it was one of these deans that gave it the orders.
Not for nothing here, Captain, but I've had some bad feelings about my boss, Fain. I don't necessarily think that he is involved in Auric stuff per se, but he's definitely a big hole in the boat.
That's true, he may not be an Auric himself, but he may be aiding them, whether he knows it or not, just by helping smuggle things into campus. Or people.
People. I'm quite aware of the things he smuggles in.
Could any of them be perhaps books that contain people?
Maybe. Actually, maybe. Thank you for disclosing this to me, Mr. Burninghammer. I will look into it at once. I will take my leave, unless there's anything else we wish to disclose.
The list that you got,
Yes?
how do you go about getting these sort of things?
I got it from the same contacts that Professor Mirsha has.
Interesting.
Yes, it is. Professor Mirsha and I got the same list, with the same handwriting. Except mine, which was delivered by the Earl, mind you, had an additional name and was mine, with different handwriting. As if somebody tried to warn me.
Different handwriting.
The Earl would not disclose a name, said they didn't know who it was.
Could he give any sort of description?
No?
Do you have this list?
Yes. And she pulls it out, shows it to you.
Mistake's gonna use her earring. She wants to know about the past of this list.
Okay. So actually, this is the first time that they
Yeah.
see this. Are
Yeah.
you wearing the earring? Were you wearing it this whole time?
She's worn the earring ever since she got it pierced, but just now it has a gem in it when it didn't before.
Oh my god, wait a second.
What is this?
Not one. DappleWing does not fucking get that this is a stone of remembrance from her owls. She's just
probably-
it completely glosses over.
Yeah, it probably looks a bit different having been dipped in the well.
Can you first roll me a Constitution saving throw? Is that what we'd agreed on?
That works for me. Were this another system, I would say a mental save.
Wisdom,
but-
actually.
Wisdom? I don't think I have that. It's proficiency. Oh, it is a net one!
Do you have inspiration?
I mean,
maybe?
I do, but I kind of just want to go with
Yeah,
it because
you
I
know-
think
Dead now.
no.
Okay, give me a second to think about this. The way that I'm at least picturing this, it's kind of like diving into the sea, except the water is just a constant flood of voices that you're trying to swim through, and you're trying to focus on a certain one by concentrating on this list. You're focusing on Captain Dapplewing's name. Everything kind of drowns out as one voice comes into focus. Hello, could I help you? The other voice, which you can't quite pinpoint, sounds a bit muffled, says, my contact forgot to give you one name. Oh, apologies. Do you have a letter from this contact? I am the contact sentinel. Give me the list, please. Very well. I will allow it once. Tell no one of this. Please. Very well. Might I have your name? I have no name. Awkward pause, and the clockwork voice once again says, strange. And you are brought right back into the room. I think you can describe how you react to this, but you're taking 3 points of psychic damage and it really makes sense. It's the first time you use this.
Yep. Comes back to the room, and I think it's like a feeling of vertigo. One hand goes to her head, and just like this lightning bolt of pain straight across her brain, and just kind of drops the list as she like reaches out to steady herself on something because she just gets really dizzy.
The rest of you were probably talking to Dapplewing, and she was just saying, like, there was no way for me to read the Earl's mind because the Earl's not a person, it's a machine. So I couldn't figure out what, and then suddenly you see a mistake, like, nearly falling over.
Yeah, and then the piece of paper just flutters to the ground.
Is everything all right? Have you had much to drink?
Yeah, fine, just a headache. We'll just sort of mage hand the list back to Dapplewing. She's just sitting on the floor.
Do we need to take you to the infirmary too?
No, it's fine. It's definitely just fine.
We can take care of mistake here, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
Your contact
Yes?
is a contact within the Auric?
No.
Undercover?
It's an old colleague of ours, also came to Strixhaven.
How does that colleague get the list?
Well, it's all a chain, right? A colleague of a colleague of a colleague. Whoever added my name to that list clearly wanted to send me a message. A warning, perhaps.
Or to get you to behave in a certain way?
I've been going about this wrong. I have much to think about and Edmund to contact.
Maybe someone just wanted you to help us.
I will continue to do that. No student's gonna die on my watch.
Speaking of, shall we go make sure Shelley doesn't die?
Yes, let's go do that.
So I heard the person who delivered that letter to the Earl and added that name to it.
Okay.
I'm assuming this is some sort of magic thing.
Yes. My class project.
Okay.
Turns out it hurts, like, a lot.
Like receiving a compliment from me?
That has never hurt. Is it supposed to hurt?
I've been told that it might hurt. Anyways, your thing?
Right. I heard this person telling the Earl that they needed the letter back because there was something wrong with it, and there was something missing. So this is the person that wrote Dapplewing. What was weird is I could hear the Earl very clearly, but I couldn't really hear this person, so... As if something was blocking it.
Like a mask.
Like a mask.
Do you think that person was in the Auric then?
The mask prevents spying, so it's possible. There are also a lot of other things that
could lead to this,
Sure.
but
But if it is, then it kind of sounds like we might have a, not defector, but like somebody with second thoughts.
yeah, or someone who joined to be undercover or something.
Mistake real quick. Any reason why you were cagey about that information with Captain?
Because I don't entirely trust the captain.
It kind of seems like she's on our side at this point.
To be fair, I didn't fully disclose things to her either.
Okay, well, maybe as long as your head doesn't feel too bad, we can try this again some other day.
Yeah, I can try again tomorrow.
So you go and you visit Shelley, you spend some time with them, and then when you return to your tower that very night, there is a slip in your mailbox. It is handwritten, and it just says, Dear Griffin, why don't you and your friends meet me down in the tunnels on 10th day night? Got a little business I want to propose. Signed, Fain the Broker. With a little heart, because I decided.
Goody.
I can only look backwards in time, not forwards.
It's a shame. It would be really helpful if you could.
Yeah.
I think it would be easier if they met in Gary's room, given that he's basically turned his room, like, into an alchemy lab, essentially, which is kind of a health and safety hazard, because he doesn't have proper ventilation in there, like, he's leaving the window open all the time, but...
Lots of bubbling sounds.
Yeah. This is not a fume cupboard.
Walk in, just, oh, this is where all those weird smells come from.
Right, yeah, sorry. For the good
Every-
of the school,
With a towel, just
there are a lot of bottles everywhere, but there is space there, and of course, if you could make yourself smaller, you could fit there.
Okay, I'll do that.
I'm not gonna move. I'll stay right here is good.
Let's see, how much paint do I have left? Yeah, I've got enough to make a chair.
You're running very, very low cost. I'm gonna call it. I think after this you got one more, and you're gonna run out of that paint.
I was thinking actually, maybe I tried to do the same thing but on a couple people.
How do you mean?
Like, what if, we look in, like, Toby's past or something?
Does it work on people?
How do you decide what it shows you?
I don't. It just kind of does.
Aren't you gonna feel like shit afterwards?
I might, but we're done with class for the day. I can just take a nap. It's fine. Probably.
Alright, I'm in.
I can only do this, well, in theory, twice more today till dawn. I haven't entirely used it that much, so I'm guessing top 2 suspects.
I guess Aurora and Xanther.
Or do we want to do the 2 people who are in the tower?
Probably just the 2 people who are in the tower, yeah.
Alright.
Going to do similar thing, and this time sit down,
Yeah.
thinks about Aurora, and tries to get a glimpse into her past.
Okay.
With the intent of seeing any potential auric connections, but who knows?
So once again, you're taking that deep dive into that sea of voices and memories. And you hear several of the teachers almost, but it's so overlapped that it's just gibberish, it's all nonsense. And then suddenly you zone in and you hear Professor Valentin's voice first. I will not do anything reckless, girl. Uncle Julian, just think about it. You can use it. You can use it as a weapon. They have a weapon. That thing is dangerous. It's under chains and in a cave for a reason. Right, but if those people are plotting anything, we can counterattack. You are, and you just hear a slam, but you are way out of your depth. This is why you need to focus on your studies and stop hanging around that boy and that squad. Don't get me wrong, I do like them. They're no good for you. They get involved in way too many dangerous activities, and my heart goes out to them if any of them perish or any of them get wounded. I don't want that to happen to you, Aurora. Uncle, I can take care of myself. And, who knows, maybe if your Mage Hunter toy goes missing, maybe you'll consider that maybe I was right. Sorry, she kind of gained an accent there for a sec. Maybe when she spends some time around her uncle, she just kind of mimics his accent. The last thing you hear is just like, girl, where are you going? Come back here. Don't walk away from me. I'm... Jerk. And you're brought back to the room. Can you do that wisdom save again?
That's a 16.
Okay, much better. You don't take any damage.
Mistake comes out of that. Still feels a little dizzy, but no pain this time. Sort of looks around the room.
Okay, that one wasn't bad. So I think Aurora is trying to convince her uncle to use a captive mage hunter as a weapon against the Auric.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wait, hang on, did you say Mage Hunter?
Yeah.
That's it! And Gary completely derails this. Starts rifling through all of his stuff, and he pulls out the sack of Mage Hunter venom that he'd gotten off of the larva at the Burning Hammer Gala. And he takes like a little drop of it and he mixes it into what he was doing. He's like, right, sorry, Valentin does have a captive Mage Hunter.
You didn't tell them?
I thought you told them!
That's not my story to tell!
Where did you get snacks from?
It's my room.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe be careful about what you're eating then.
It's fine, that's edible. It's just got blood in it. It's completely fine for humanoid consumption.
Oh, I'm just surprised at how much I really like it.
Should we try...
Toby,
Toby,
yeah.
yes.
Going to do the same this time with Toby.
Okay. I'm getting really lazy with the descriptions now. You dive into the sea of voices, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
No. You take the dive. This time, it's a lot closer to home. It's a lot shorter. You are able to zone in on Toby very fast. You hear voices first, because Toby 100% would hesitate to knock and interrupt. And the voices are saying, like, really sorry, Dinkayan. I mean, it was just for fun. I mean, right, Tim? We don't want our mate to get in trouble, right? I mean, it's Gary's innocent. He's just having a bit of fun. Can we please have the... No, these are mine now. All right. Well, we had our fun. Is this all of it? Yes, this is all of the explosive paste that we made, thanks to his manifesto.
What the fuck?
It's a lab write-up.
It's C4.
It's like, don't ever do it again on my watch or you will be expelled. I will have a chat with Gary. He's like, alright, thanks, sorry. And then now the knock. And Toby heard all of this. He was just eavesdropping. He's like, yeah, Dean Cayenne, you asked for me. Oh, that looks familiar, is that? Yes. This is the thing that created that wonderful display of fireworks, unfortunately. It's quite creative, actually. Anyway, have you been working on that assignment, Mr. Swiftfoot? Oh, right. Well, I've been very busy with other schoolwork, and sorry, I've been just really busy, Dean Cayenne. Yes, I've heard. You've been very busy drinking with your friend, Shelly Shell. Right. No, that's nothing. That's just, it's just, you know, we're just mates. We're kind of like best friends. I mean, we hang out every single day. We cuddle and we frolic. But you know, that's it. That's what we are. We're not dating. I don't even know what dating is. It's like, Mr. Swiftfoot, I do sincerely hope you focus on your studies and your assignments, Mr. Swiftfoot, because you really shouldn't affiliate yourself with Shelly Shell. There'll be a bad influence on you. Very bad influence. Right, I know. I myself am feeling a bit queasy. Just hanging out with them and drinking all the time. I just, you know, I want to get close to them. I want to get close to the people in my tower. I never really had any friends. It's like, well, if that is your desire. But if you really want to be a Quandrix, and you really want to join us, then you should focus instead of affiliating yourselves with people like that. All right. Is that all? And that's it. And then you just get brought back to the room.
7.
I think that calls for some psychic damage.
So Mistake comes back to the room and gets another splitting headache.
Oh, I feel better.
Gary, did Cayenne talk to you about the fireworks?
Yeah, actually, that's part of why I've had to set up the room as a lab. She said that she's not going to give me another pass into the alchemy labs.
Ah.
Was Dean Cayenne in your...
Yeah, I guess Timothy and Louis got in trouble regarding it as well.
Oh, because I gave them a lab write-up.
Yeah, they called it a manifesto.
It's not a manifesto, it's literally a lab write-up.
Maybe explain that difference to them. Anyways, Dean Cayenne had wanted to talk to Toby and strongly discouraged him from affiliating with any of us. From what she said, it was if he wanted to be Quandrix, he had to really focus on his studies and stop drinking so much. But
Okay.
it was also in the vein of he shouldn't affiliate with us.
How did Toby react?
I mean, he was a little disappointed about it. It didn't sound like he really enjoyed all the drinking. Talked about how it makes him queasy.
Why would he even share any of this with that professor?
That is a little odd.
Isn't it? And Dean
I mean,
Cayenne-
granted, Zaphai had a mental breakdown in front of us, but, that was the other way around.
You know what my impression of Toby is that when he gets nervous, he just talks. He starts, I don't suspect him anymore. He kind of seems like, I guess, too pure.
It's a real soft bunny boy.
Exactly.
But I do wonder why Dean Cayenne had asked him there. There is a dean who is also an Auric.
That's true. Weren't you, at the beginning of the year, trying to set up some sort of mentor program?
Yeah, but Dean Cayenne was way too busy. I assumed it was because Dean Imbram was missing. And I haven't really tried to follow up again since he came back.
Right.
So why would Dean Cayenne, who's presumably still rather busy, be setting up private appointments with a random first year?
I just
You
don't
were
understand the
looking
relationship.
for information about Auric, right? Because, when you looked for Aurora, you found her talking to her uncle about fighting the Auric. It doesn't sound like anything you heard from this actually had anything to do with the Auric. So theoretically something must have, right?
Well, I'm not sure. It's the sort of thing, I don't know that you can really tell it what you want to see, but there are ways to talk about something without talking about it. And the way that Dean Cayenne just said, you need to focus on your studies and your assignment. Just a little weird.
So maybe the two of you could ask him about how that's going? Check if there's something specific assignment-wise that...
That's true, maybe he's just not doing well in the class.
Took an extra credit assignment.
Yeah.
I feel a lot more doubtful than that, but I don't know. Toby's easily picked on, I hate to say it. I mean, why not pick the weakest one and put him in our house, or they found the weakest one in our house, and I don't mean to sound tinfoil hatty, but we are...
I mean, this entire thing just feels really gross to me. I mean, we're talking about our friends behind their backs all the time and kind of like judging them.
But I mean, we're all also under the threat of death.
Yeah. Can we, just like, as a collective, I know Shelley's not here, but can we, as a collective, agree to not take offense to anything that gets said during this high-stress situation? Or to take it as best as we can?
I mean, as long as you don't start a fight about it, I guess that's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Try to.
Okay, I mean, that's all I can ask is just try to.
Now, who do you want to blame?
Well, I don't know who I want to blame. Nobody!
I don't think we're trying to blame anyone. I think all of us hope it's no one that this is somehow wrong. That however Dapplewing knows it's a first year is not right. I think we all want that.
Okay, let's come back to this another day. I'm getting kind of bummed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a new fanny pack.
As everyone is getting ready to leave to go to class, Aurora's going to try to find Mistake. Hey, this might be a bit weird, but you're probably the person I trust most aside from Gary in the tower. Do you know if Gary's ever had a girlfriend?
I don't know that we've ever talked about it, but I get the very strong implication he hasn't.
Yeah, his behavior doesn't seem to suggest he has. It's so weird. It's like he spent days trying to work up the courage to ask me out, which, I mean, I get. I mean, look. Then we go on a date, and then he barely talks to me after that, except for, like, cooking for me.
So I think that is kind of part of how he expresses his care for you.
Don't get me wrong, the food's great. I love food. But I also love conversation and like being involved in my partner's activities.
Absolutely.
And then he just locks himself in his room and does God knows what. He's always in there just grunting and scoffing. And
it smells awful.
And it smells awful.
Yeah. So.
It smells worse than garlic, and believe me, I
want to stand up for Gary.
So, in his defense, I think what happens with Gary is he gets really focused on a single thing and forgets everything else.
Yeah, I realized that.
Yeah, so I don't think it's anything personal.
No, Griff is just gonna take longer steps and goes, that and the fact that, your uncle spit down his neck. And then just carries on.
I'm sorry, he did what now?
What? What? And then he keeps walking faster.
That explains a lot, actually. All right, I'll go easy on him. On Gary, not my uncle.
And there's a lot going on. You might be more familiar with the way this entire school thing works, considering your uncle. So,
school thing?
Yeah, just all the tests, the projects, the exams, trying to work, trying to do extracurriculars, trying to keep up with other people, and I have made a single friend outside of our tower this entire time. And only after I'd realized I hadn't done that yet, which was about 2 weeks ago.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, from what I hear, that's the case for a lot of the first years. Honestly, year 2 sounds more daunting. They put you with a roommate so that you can bond with somebody with an opposing view as you. It's weird.
Never had a roommate before.
It's gonna be interesting. But, hey, you'll have plenty of chances to make more friends later, if that's what you're seeking.
I guess. What I meant to say was, maybe don't be too hard on him. Definitely talk to him.
Will do. Honestly, all of you have been acting weird lately. Not weird, just kind of like stopped talking to us being the B squad, ever since the party at least.
Yeah, I think all of
Finals? Is it finals?
Yeah, a lot of that. A lot of finals. I'm just trying to figure things out. Especially after,
So, Griff, so you're in the middle of class when the sending stone starts to vibrate.
He's leaning on his non-dominant hand, I suppose, when he's taking notes, and he's cupping the stone in his ear.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how when the dumb dad was trying to watch football in church. He's doing that.
This is such a specific reference.
You're taking a quiz. You're actually in Professor Uvilda's class. On the parchment, there's a drawing or a sketch of people like dancing, and you have to write the name of every single dance move. And you can also activate it so that the ink kind of goes in 3D and starts dancing on top of the paper and shows you the move. But you have to know every single fucking move. And you're taking that quiz when suddenly the sending stone. It automatically starts playing, and I'm going to include sounds in this as not a word. You hear, faint sound of footsteps. You hear his chair squeak. some groaning. And then suddenly you hear a knock. And you
Come in.
door opens.
Hey, Mr. Fain, man. You called for me? Yeah. I'm gonna need you to do me a favor, Tom. Could you perhaps maybe...
And there's a pause before, it recharges.
Griff is listening. Half maybe what?
And the professor's just like,
Sorry, I got real excited into the drawings. I was making them fight.
So, Dom opened the door and walked in,
Yeah.
and then as this gets cut off and Fain's about to ask him to do something, Fain asks him, can you shut the door?
Yeah.
So he goes and grabs the door to shut it, and that triggers it again.
So just a few seconds later.
In about a week, we're gonna have a visitor. This can be a business opportunity. Get the gear and send word to the F Squad.
And that's 25 words. And that's all you get.
It would technically trigger again when Dom leaves.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And I would assume that what that basically is until Fain says anything, you're just getting, sound effects from his office.
Oh yeah, when he leaves, it's gonna turn it on, but the office is gonna be just empty.
Okay, so this is 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
That makes Gary even more annoying. Gary didn't sleep because he'd been following up on this latest concoction that he'd made with the Mage Hunter Venom, and it didn't trigger. The thing never came to life. And so then he went and he put balm on another one, didn't put anything on it, put it in, waited for it to come to life, and then applied this latest solution, and it worked. So Gary's gonna be really annoying though, because he kind of has not realized that it is morning at this point. He still thinks it's super late at night. He's just oh, who's awake super late? Oh, Aurora.
Oh gosh.
Because he's really excited. He wants to tell somebody.
Yup.
I feel like her bedroom door has things that's do not enter, no whatever allowed, favorite band stickers, do not cross tape.
So you knock on Aurora's door, and the first thing you hear is just what the fuck? Who is it?
Oh, it's me. Sorry, are you not awake? It's nighttime, right?
You just hear a lever, and the door opens, and you realize she's hanging upside down. She was sleeping, but she's learned from you and adapted a lever that will just open the door. What?
Right, I'm so sorry to wake you, but look! And he's literally just holding what looks like a plain toothpick.
What was in your teeth? What the fuck did you eat?
Oh, shit, right. Hang on. Oh, I don't have anything that's alive. Give me 2 hours. And he just leaves.
This couldn't wait. Oh. And she just closes the door with the same lever.
Contemplates breaking up.
Cut to 2 hours later.
Oh boy.
Gary is waking everybody up, running between all these floors. Yep.
This time the door is wide open.
Oh, hi, can I come in?
Sure.
Okay, sorry. This is what I was trying to show you. And he pulls out this little toothpick that is alive because of eldritch balm, and then gets his squeezy spray and just and then the eldritch balm kind of melts off and dissolves, and the toothpick just falls down and is a toothpick again. Sorry, so that was the toothpick from before was a toothpick that had been alive with the balm. But see, now it's not.
Huh. How did you do this?
Mage Hunter Venom.
Why the hell didn't we think of that before?
I don't know. It seems really obvious once you hear it, right?
Did you tell anybody?
You're
Did
the
you just-
first person that I've told.
Really? Me? Not Jordan? Since you and her have been spending some time together, discussing theories and all this. You haven't even spoken to me in the last week. You've said hi and bye, and now you come bursting into my room. I
was really focused on this, and I guess I didn't think about it.
No, I've noticed. Listen, this is great. Actually, I'm very impressed, and I think we should tell my uncle immediately.
I agree. I really haven't talked to you.
Yeah, no, Gary, just shut up. Let's take this antidote. We need to take it to Witherbloom immediately. Like today? Maybe we skip class? The four of you plus Aurora make it to Witherbloom, and in the distance, within like 20, 30 feet, you see the coffin. Well, sun's setting now. We can do this now and give him a bit of a scare. What do you think?
I don't want to scare the
He's
scary guy.
He's very scary. I don't want to make him angry.
What scares the scary
It
guy?
sounds really funny, though.
Are you not intimidated by him?
I'm in none of his classes.
Wait, if I'm saying no...
Oh, for God's sakes, I'll do it. She walks right up to the coffin.
I'm gonna stand over here.
Doesn't even knock. She just lifts it open. And you just hear as Valentin sits up. My friends want to milk your mage hunter. Are you daft, girl? Sun's not completely out of range.
Wow, that's a real security risk. Could literally anyone just open that up and kill you during the day?
There's a bit of a trick to it. Only me and my uncle know. I'm sorry, you want to milk my what?
Mage Hunter?
Turns out that Mage Hunter Venom is really great for disabling Eldritch Balm. Gary figured it out.
Right, look at this. He pulls out a bunch of toothpicks. Oh, right, that's right. I learned before that's not helpful. Okay, look at this! And gets the contraption and the one, live toothpick that he's got. Maybe he's got a few now because he's been using them for demonstrations, gets one out.
Holy shit. Rora's like, yep, Gary made it all on his own. Isn't that impressive, Uncle? Where did you get the eldritch balm in the first place?
That's not really the relevant question here.
It was during that date where you put him in a net. I stole it for him. Oh, girl.
I was going to suggest we could have, gotten it from any other means.
He gets out of his coffin, because he was still sitting there.
He's still in bed in his gym jams.
He walks right up to Gary, takes one of the toothpicks. It's the live ones. It's wriggling. Can you do that again?
Yes.
And he just stares at it closely as it just completely neutralizes and goes back to normal. Huh. And he counted. Took about 12 seconds. Mark that. Huh. Garrett Quigg? Great job. Come with me. He just has a grin on his face all of a sudden, this changes everything.
Gary just looks at everybody else and is like, don't let me go alone.
I'm not milking anything.
All of you, chop chop.
Okay.
Griff will stay in the back.
I think Aurora will, seeing the grin on her uncle's face, will just hold Gary's hand on the way.
Aww.
I'm really sorry I didn't talk to you for a week.
Yeah, I'm still a little mad, but it's okay. It's fine.
I really didn't realize.
Look, it's fine. Just if you're gonna have a girlfriend, you should pay attention to her once in a while and not, spend so much time alone in your room with other girls. I'm just saying, it's a little rude, but it's fine. It's fine.
We were just talking about eldritch balm theories.
I'd like to talk about eldritch balm theories.
You didn't like that alchemy internship you did.
Yeah, but
This is alchemy. I didn't think you'd like it.
Real quick sidebar. Hey Gary, you're messing up this. Just listen to her, validate her feelings, and say, I'm sorry. You got this.
I don't know. I thought he had some pretty valid points.
do you want to keep dating or not? Because I'm cool if you're not interested.
No, I'm definitely interested. I'm about a 23 of interested.
That's a weird way to put it. You're definitely a Quandrix. Professor Valentin leads you all to this cave. 2 of you are very familiar with this cave, the other 2 not so much. For those of you who haven't seen this might be a lot, but it's perfectly safe as long as my uncle's with us. Alright?
Good to know. What?
Right?
We've read about these, so it shouldn't be that bad.
Oh, no,
It's terrifying.
gigantic.
Yeah, I think reading about them's a little bit different.
Well, I mean, how big are they exactly? And Cos is gonna like just do a silent image of a giant mage hunter. This big? This big? And then as we're doing this, the image is shrinking and growing.
Or it's just like bigger, smaller now. Right there.
Good. Alright, my expectations are set and I won't be afraid anymore.
And then you hear the shriek.
Yeah, yep, silent image might not have been the best preparation.
And you see Valentin in a crouch. He's got a hand behind him like, wait for my signal. You need a venom sac, right? Is that what you're asking for?
Yes.
They're underneath him. I can pin him down, and you can take it. Do you want to do this yourself, or should I call the Dragon's God?
That doesn't feel like...
I don't really trust my ability to do that.
I can try and do it from a distance, but I don't really know what I'm doing.
It feels like what we need is like a naturalist, like, well, Shelley.
No, fuck it, I'll do it.
You'll do it?
Yeah, and he's going to use his little long strider, just so that he can get a little bit further away, a little faster.
Gary, you've got this.
Are you sure you want to do this? I can do it for you.
Nope, if I want to be on the practical side of Quandrix, then I need to encompass everything that entails.
Alright.
I don't know that this is exactly substance, but sure.
Come here, boy. Valentin puts a hand on your shoulder. I'm going to grab him from behind. When I do, his venom sacs will be exposed. They will bubble out of his neck.
Like one of those toys where, you squeeze it and then the little sacs pop out.
Oh, like they have in the gift shop.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say like a toad, but that works too. You ready?
As much as I can be.
Dean Valentin will turn into a bat to kind of fly above the mage hunter. Gives you one last nod as a bat, and then turns into a human on top of the mage hunter, grabs him by the neck and lifts him up, and you see the venom sacs expose from the neck as you hear this shrieking. And I think this is going to be a generic attack.
I mean, yeah, I have a dagger. Okay, so I have Beloved Inspiration and Aurora is watching.
Yep.
So I'm gonna re-roll that.
Oh!
And I'm gonna add the inspiration for funsies.
That's a nat 20! You are very inspired by Aurora watching you.
This is what 23 love looks like.
You swoop in. I don't know what this looks like. Do you slide like
I think
baseball?
yes, because the long strider is the Heelys. So I think it's less like sliding into a base in that his butt doesn't touch the ground, and it's more almost like a limbo thing where his feet are just going forward and he's just leaned back.
And you just slice up the venom
Slice
sac
them
on
off.
the way, do a quick turnaround, and then run away. Dean Valentin, as soon as sees this happen, it's excellent, and then turns back into a bat and flies away just in time for the mage hunter to miss him. And you have your venom sac.
Can we not use that word anymore?
That is badass.
You don't like
Venom
sac?
It's just was.
Sac. Venom gland? I don't know what you want to call
Is
it.
gland better?
Venom organ.
This is all.
So how much more can you make with that?
About 30 doses.
Excellent. I can work with Professor Lang, even though she and I don't see eye to eye. We can potentially recreate. Can we have the write-up of
Right,
it?
yes, I have that with me. A copy of it.
Excellent.
I have an original as well. That one has less stains.
This smells like rue. Were you working on this while at work?
Sometimes. I didn't bring any Mage Hunter venom to the Bozen Tavern, though. I'm pretty sure that would be a health and safety risk.
Wait, did you bring eldritch balm there?
only contained.
He puts a hand on Gary's shoulder, gives it a bit of a squeeze.
How?
Garrett Grigg, I am going to write you the best fucking letter of recommendation you've ever had.
Thanks. You don't actually teach any of my classes.
I've been working at this university for 500 years. My letters of recommendation go a long way, even outside of Strixhaven, boy. Do you not appreciate it?
No, I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you.
Good boy. And he just walks away.
I think that means he approves.
The good boy was a little weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
I thought it was hot.
Alright.
So,
Go to Fain.
it's late at night. You were told to meet in the tunnels. Gave you a specific location, right underneath Strixhaven Stadium.
Can I
Anything
clarify
special?
that Griff has asked us all to wear the F Squad zip-ups?
Or the tracksuits, yeah.
Wearing that over the leather armor.
Whatever.
I'm wearing armor over it, but
On the way, you spot a couple of janitors, naturally. Whatever they're doing, whether they're mopping or cleaning windows or whatever, they stop what they're doing when you guys walk by and just acknowledge you, give you a head nod. They know Griff, so maybe one of them will go for a high five.
I don't know who that guy was.
And when you get there, as you approach the spot, the meetup spot that Fain gave you, you hear some chuckling, friendly banter. You see 3 of them, including Dom, the satyr, rolling dice, presumably gambling because there's like a pile of coins. And then you see Fain as well, smoking a cigar or whatever. And then the moment he sees you in the distance, oh, shit, put that away. Puts out his cigar. What's up, Griffin Burning Hammer?
Fain?
Hey, man! Oh, that's right, I was mad at you, because you lied to me about your name. But you know what? It's all good. I don't hold grudges, man. Don't. Save it for later, man. So, Griffin, baby, it's so good to see you. You know, I gotta say, Griffin, I missed you. The janitorial department has not been the same without you.
Certainly doesn't look as clean.
You might be wondering why I summoned you here.
Enlighten me, Fain. Please. I'm dying to know.
You don't look too happy to see me, baby. What's wrong?
I just didn't miss you as much. I'm sorry, baby.
Wow. Like that? Wow.
I mean, I've wanted to see you, but miss you.
Yeah?
No.
Wow. All right, you know, this is a disappointment. This is.
I think you're used to those.
Well, I am married, so yeah, you're right.
well, that's
Ew,
toxic.
That was just biting, guys. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, really.
Do that one again, Fain.
Okay, Boomer.
No.
We have a mutual understanding, my wife and I. We benefit from this arrangement.
Oh, it's one of those. That's even worse.
That's not really any of you guys' business. I didn't call you here to discuss my marital issues.
This is
Then
weird.
why'd you bring it up?
Oh,
Yeah.
business opportunity, baby. And then he snaps his fingers, and his janitors like go to a closet and bring out this like cart full of goodies. And I'm talking like, you know, arms, armor, and also potions and stuff. A little birdie told me that the 4 of you and your little turtle friend are in a little list. Now, this could just be guests for a fancy party, or it could be a very bad kind of list. I think we both know what kind of list it is, right, fellas? And lady? And person?
You know, everybody's so confused about it. It's just whatever.
Gentle M's?
What bird?
Just a little birdie. You know, business people gonna be business people and all that. Now, I'm happy to help. I'm here to help. You know, that's all I want to do, Griffin. Because, you know, you worked for me, and we knew each other, and we had, you know, a camaraderie of sorts. I'm willing to give you, 20% discount on all my goodies if you try to buy some kind of protection, some kind of oomph, in case it comes down to a scuffle. You are the F-Squad after all.
Is that all you wanted?
You just want to offer us a coupon?
I mean, yeah, I'm a businessman.
Can we go?
What kind of person do you think I am?
Is that so? You just wanted to sell us stuff?
You're...
And thank you. You're welcome for the warning about,
Alright, so we already know about that. And
Oh.
as you can probably tell by what we're actively wearing, we do already have arms and armor.
I just thought you could use a little extra. You only got one alchemist there. Can he provide for all of you?
Who even gives you all this stuff, anyways?
Wouldn't you like to know what you're trying to be an entrepreneur?
I am trying to know. Make a wisdom save.
You're trying to be an entrepreneur? You might as well talk to Griffin Burninghammer over here. By the way, how is being a clerk for the Entrepreneurs Club? Is it as fun as working for me? That's an 18.
Okay, so he does pass, but he does also know that I just attempted to magically breach his mind.
No.
Don't worry, Klaus, I already know.
You might want to keep your little paws off of my brain there, Costil Petrov. I was willing to give you a 50% discount on that paint. You gotta be running out by now, right? You gotta have, what, 1 or 2 doses left?
I mean, that doesn't matter. I don't need it.
Come on, Cos. You want that thing. You know you do. I have some more.
Alright, how much?
How much you got?
That's not how a discount works.
That's definitely not how a discount works. I thought you were a businessman.
10 gold. It's a good price for that type of paint. It's very special. It could save your life.
Cost does not want to say yes, but also is recognizing that this is important for us to have access to.
That is a
Always.
garbage price.
Is it?
It is, I know your supplier.
You don't know my supplier, girl. Come on.
Oh, right, just like I know nothing about some other interesting supply issues that have been going on. Certain things not quite making it here. Certain things that mysteriously go missing from one particular person somehow end up here.
Speculation.
Right. And definitely haven't at all been involved with any sort of scuffles with these goblins. Those definitely haven't been interfering at all.
Wow. You know, I gotta say, I really genuinely thought I could talk to you guys person to person, flawed person to flawed person. Yeah, you want to talk about that? We could talk about that. I hired me 4 people a few months ago. He pulls out like a note. He's ready for this shit. Dean Ambrose Slew of Silver Quill specifically granted me permission to hire whoever I see fit for the job. And I hired 4 individuals who, may I say, had a very interesting story to tell me about how a group of first years threw the first punch, and about how 2 of them had a little bit of an accident. Now I kept my mouth shut. 2 employees were killed, brought back on the same day. I ain't say shit, did I? But I could.
And what? You think Dapplewing doesn't already know about that? You think we didn't already tell her about the employees you hired who you did not actually do any sort of background check on? Oh, come on.
We had a nice conversation over lunch.
You're right.
That's a background check.
Mm-hmm.
She knows y'all murdered people. You're bluffing.
Who do you think gave us these weapons? This armor?
He takes a look.
Free of charge, Fain. There's a big difference between murder and self-defense. And we happen to see eye to eye on that with Dapplewing.
First of all, that's just bad business. You don't give anything for free. Second of all, it's your word against theirs, and they say white hair over there threw the first rock. Is that true or false, boy?
What does it even matter?
It matters. It matters.
It doesn't matter. If we are being threatened, of course we can do as we feel is necessary to protect ourselves and the people we care about.
And what's the word of goblins to a burning hammer?
To the people who
You
protected...
wanna play that card?
Oh, I'll play it.
I mean, a little bit racist, but I'll allow it.
Hey, you know?
To the people who are members of this school who have repeatedly protected other people. To the F Squad who stopped the collector at the gala.
I did hear about that. Good job, by the way.
And not to mention, we're kind of friends with those goblins anyway. We've sort of smoothed things out with them. So, what are you gonna do, Fain?
Fuck. Okay. Alright, you know what? You just lost a good business partner tonight. Congratulations, you must be proud of yourselves.
Now, Fain.
I ain't never gonna sell anything to no F Squad individual or anyone who's affiliated with no F Squad individual.
Oh, because that's clearly what a good businessman does.
It is after
Behaving
today.
just like Americans.
It seems like that struck a nerve, but I do want to point out one thing. Mistake's right. The wind is kind of blowing our way. If you want to catch it, then you might as well work with us. Be our friend properly.
Properly, huh?
That would be my suggestion.
The way your friend over here is staring at me, I doubt friendship is what he wants. It's a 3.
So
But,
he'll act on this for an hour,
Okay.
and then he can do whatever he wants after that, essentially.
I was about to say, boys, there's been a change of atmosphere right now, but you know what? I'm a friendly person. I've been described as the most amicable person by some friends. So I'm willing to let all this go. You know, save the drama for your mama. And, what do you say? Want to buy some shit?
Tell you what, for the safety of the school, I will take some more of that paint. How does 5 gold sound?
7. Final offer.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
So then Griff would like to flitter about and say, like,
You know, Fain, all this talk of birds, I forgot that I had a little birdie tell me that there was some kind of important guest that was coming, and I don't know, something seemed kind of dangerous about this bird. But they were flying around so fast, I just couldn't tell. What, you know anything about that?
Well, birds do that.
They do chatter.
They do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
No. I'm not trying to persuade you.
Ooh.
that's an 18 plus 5.
Well, Griffin, I'm just gonna tell you this because I like you.
Oh,
Just because of that. Look at that.
I will.
And because I have a heart of gold. And
Surprised
because
you didn't sell it.
please,
That was
Griffin,
really good.
I'd sooner sell my body than sell my heart, Griff.
According to... He told me he was asexual the last time I talked to him.
He's
Yeah, but
That's why I'd
doesn't
sooner
actually
sell my
mean
body
anything.
than my heart.
Just because you're not attracted to anyone doesn't mean you wouldn't,
I suppose so.
do things.
Just
with
because
them.
you hate cooking doesn't mean you can't stir up some shit.
Who
Am I
hates
right?
cooking?
I do. I get takeout every day.
Wait, where?
Bozan, Fire Joel, Bibliplex Cafe.
So
The
there you
Bosun
go,
delivers?
Gary.
No, you must be sending somebody to pick it up.
I have people.
Okay.
Wait, remember that part where you
There you
like
go.
me so much you're gonna say some shit?
Right.
Yeah, let's get
right,
back to
right.
that.
Well, hate to spoil the surprise of a family reunion. Griffin, a very grizzled rogue of sorts, is coming to pay you a visit. Says he misses you very much. Says you're his little griffling or something like that. It's a bit weird. I ain't a family man myself, so, I don't get it, but...
I think you might be the least authority to say what's weird.
Ouch.
I mean, just based on what you told us today.
I do have a heart, Griff.
I know of gold that you would sooner sell your body for.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, I heard your old pal Rampart's actually sniffing his trail. You don't want that, right? That's a bad kind of reunion, knowing what went down 20 years ago. I don't know about you, but my money's on the Luxodon.
Are you making a threat?
No, God no.
I think he's filling in the blanks from our discussion earlier.
If somebody had killed my parents at Opera House, I'll find the bastard and kick his ass too. That's all I'm saying.
Fain gets under my skin.
Oh, I know. I play him that way.
Funny, sweetie, baby.
Save it. Save the anger. Use the anger. You said you were writing a letter to Rampart.
Yes.
And for the scene's sake, let's say you have your window open. It's a spring.
It's so open.
It's warm. So
It's always warm.
That's
It's-
right. It's a dome.
It's so warm
There's a
that
song
he
about
is
that.
only wearing a headband and short shorts. By the way, he recently got a haircut, so he looks fucking fresh. He's got 3 lines shaved to the left side.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to throw a stone at your window, but because it's open, you also hear keys rattling.
Griff looks out the window.
It's just a janitor. A janitor wearing a bandana and sunglasses, even though it's nighttime. And he looks like a Leone. He waves up, and you recognize your Uncle Osric as he goes into Croc Tower
Motherfucker, I was gonna.
with his little janitor's cart. Waltz in there. Who's in the common room?
Cos might be in the common room comparing familiars with anybody else who has a familiar.
Mistake might be in the common room because I feel like a week is enough time to have talked with Phoenix and not have the desire to continue talking.
Griff will cast Misty Step. He sees the uncle, quickly grabs the rock, Misty Steps, and he's got the other side of the cart. that he's pushing. And Griff holds out his paw with the rock. He says, I think you dropped this.
Thanks. He grabs it and chucks it over his shoulder. I was just trying to get your attention, Griffling. It's good to see you. Is it too much to ask for a hug?
Yes, it is too much to ask for a hug.
You said that the first time.
In the common room, everyone's like, what?
Ah, 2 faces I recognize. Actually, what do you look like right now?
Good question. I'm gonna go with Alan.
That's new. Okay.
Yeah.
1 face I recognize and 1 hat.
Hello.
Well, where are your other 2 friends?
You're asking a lot of questions, Uncle.
Well, nephew, I am here to catch up.
Then why don't we
Misty-
go to my room?
Looks over at Toby, who is also down here, and over at Griff and at Osric.
Who's he?
Oh, don't worry about that. Griff, are you?
We're
good?
going to my room.
It's fine. Look, I can...
Room.
What I say
And
to
we're
you...
going up to the room.
Okay, alright. That's fine.
So the
Hey everybody, I'm just visiting old Griffling. No problems. The rest of you see Thorn come out of his room, peep his head out, and start crawling towards the staircase very intently, not even acknowledging any of you.
Thorn, how's it going?
What?
How are you doing?
Good.
Do you wanna hang?
Griff needs me.
Why?
And he starts going up.
Thorn, why?
Huh?
Why?
Murderer in his room.
I mean,
I have read things in scriptoria.
red things? Oh, you, okay, not the color, yes, alright. Yes, this time it's okay?
Griff might get hurt.
He's not going to this time, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Thorn will sit. And he sits right outside of Griff's door, just in case.
That's a reasonable place to sit.
You my boy.
When did Thorn start referring to himself in the third person?
Today.
in the room, close the door, lock the door.
Okay.
I would like to use my new familiar and send it into Griff's room to do a little bit of snooping just in case.
Okay.
Griff, if Griff sees it, he'd be fine.
Yeah.
All right. So, you probably know why I'm here. Were you able to get it? And he takes off his sunglasses. And you can see he's got his eye, and then the other is just a scar running through his eyelids. No eye, just an empty socket.
No. I could barely keep my dad off of my tail.
That sounds like my brother. Griff, I have decided. I can live like this no more. I must take action. Direct action. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get it back. One way or another. I will infiltrate the Burning Hammer Palace once more. And if it comes down to a fight, I am sorry. I wouldn't kill my own brother, Griff. I don't think I can say the same for your father. So what I do in self-defense, I cannot answer for. At this point, it's a roll of the dice. Brother against brother. Who's to say? I don't wish to fight, Bjorn. But if you can help me at all, if you can help me, maybe you figure something out that I don't know yet. Maybe where he keeps my eye. Then maybe I can have the upper hand and it won't have to come to a fight. What say you? You have any information for me?
And around then, there's a knock in the common room.
Oh, now what?
Zig looks out the window before answering the door.
It's Rampart.
Oh, this is, great.
Mistake goes, opens the door, but doesn't move.
Hi, Rampart, how's it going?
Hi. Mistake? Do you have last name?
No,
Okay. This feels so weird.
why?
Mistake? Silvertrove? Swiftfoot?
Why does it feel weird to say my name?
Oh, I just I'm used to Dragon's Guard etiquette.
I would note, Cos cannot hear this right now because they are going through their familiar senses.
Oh, yes.
So Cos is actually just like sitting on the couch, just like staring into space.
Oh, weird meditation your friend's doing. Okay.
Yeah, you know, Thorn really likes to meditate, so a lot of other people sort of got into it.
That makes sense. Mistake.
There you go, you're getting used to it now.
Very important. I tracked.
Do we need to practice more?
No. It's very important right now. I'm here on
Yes,
business.
I mean, getting my name right is very important to
Mistake.
me. You don't understand how many people get it wrong.
Look at this. And he points at his Dragon Guard badge. You know what this badge means?
It means you're part of the Dragon's
It
Guard.
means I'm on duty.
Aha. So, why are you here?
I
Everything's fine here.
follow trail of intruder that I caught in outskirts of school. I tracked him. They led here. You might be in great danger. There might be somebody invisible inside tower, or perhaps posing as one of your roommates.
So there's not. If you want to peruse the common room, we have multiple ways of tracking that. We have detect magic, we have fairy fire.
I think it's better if we do Dragon's Guard etiquette and we line everyone up in common room who lives here, and then we check every room to
It
make
feels
sure
like
that
if
there's
this
no
person
intruder.
is particularly dangerous, shouldn't you get more Dragon's Guard? I mean, Shelly's still not back.
That's true, and they say hi, by the way. And that they love you. You know what? You might have a point. Maybe we should put perimeter around tower and make sure that nobody leaves. We make sure that the entire tower is caged in, and then we do the search. You have a point.
That seems like it would require a lot of people, so you should probably hurry up and go do that.
Persuasion check for me, please.
Can this be a deception check?
Oh,
Because
absolutely,
she's,
absolutely.
Again, lying.
Absolutely.
That is technically 11.
Oh.
If you need assistance, you can shake Cos awake.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit low. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
I think he's gonna insist.
I'm going to attempt number 2 using my inspiration point for this.
Okay, good luck.
That's the exact
Holy
same
shit!
number.
I'm sorry.
Kiss him.
Then you get beloved inspiration.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do a whiz check on him.
Okay.
Check
And
his
if he
whiz.
gets lower than what, 11?
11?
He has a +1 whiz. If it's a tie, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
That's when.
Good.
Okay, you know what? You're right. In the meantime, Mistake, work with me here. Get all of your roommates down here into the common room, okay? Be safe, better safe than sorry. The more numbers together, the safer you are. In the meantime, I'm going to gather around as many dragon scars as I can and do an entire perimeter search.
Alright, sounds great.
Excellent. He is going to walk away.
Sig slams the door shut, looks over where Toby is and Thorn is. Well,
Cost comes out of the
Shit.
trance.
oh right.
That was Rampart, right?
Yeah, that was Rampart. He's getting a lot of Dragon's Guard. They're going to do a perimeter search.
Oh, good.
Yes, that is the best I can do to buy us time.
Okay,
You should go tell Griff,
Yep.
probably.
I don't want to hurt you, Father. Believe me, I just want to live in peace.
Cost Misty steps into the room.
Oh, fuck!
Sorry, hate to interrupt, but there are guards coming. They know that you're here, so you should get going.
Lad, don't panic.
I wasn't.
There's a weird blob thing behind you.
Yes, that's mine. Their name is Pigment.
Oh, I think
Meanwhile,
they would
there's sound of people going up and down the stairs.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
Mistake is like
yeah.
summoning everyone.
Including Garrett and Aurora.
Mistake had knocked on Aurora's door and just been like, please be fully closed when I open the door.
We're working on school assignments.
I'm in the middle of a masterpiece here. What's up?
Okay, just studying. That's great. We have to go downstairs. There's a bit of a problem.
I ran out of dust of disappearance. Griffling, can you hide me?
Now, no one is around our tower right now. So we have a brief period of time before the perimeter is lined up.
Here, I've got it. I'll give you this, and then Koss is going to paint a version of their hat onto him. Listen, if anybody stops you, be really nice to them, give them a compliment, and then just keep walking.
Maybe jump out the window.
Also, yes, you should go.
Out the window.
Right now?
You should go.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm gonna roll a dexterity.
Oh wait, I can help with this. I'm here. I'm happy to crowdsource because I haven't used this spell before. What anyone thinks an alchemist's version of Featherfall might be.
Wingsuit.
Just a wingsuit.
Yeah.
So good.
Little
And Mary
wings that
Poppins umbrella.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's even better. Okay.
So Gary just kind of hands him this umbrella. He's like, "Oh, just use that. It's gonna disappear in a minute.
The hell is it?
It'll help."
Also,
It's
like
an
the idea that
umbrella?
it's
How do I look?
small.
Like you're holding an umbrella.
Like your janitor with a big hat holding an umbrella. You should go.
Also, by disappear, I mean it's gonna come fly back to me.
All right. Fuck it.
And he looks back over his shoulder and was just like,
It's good to see you, Griffling. See you in the summer.
Yeah.
All right.
See you in the summer.
and he just,
It's the second floor. Was the umbrella really needed?
He's got glass.
I wanted
ankles.
to test it.
Alright, that's fair.
He's
You
old.
tested it with Uncle Oz.
It's the second floor.
He lands safely, and he's about to walk away. He puts the umbrella away, and then you just hear, "Silver Throat, where you going?" And he just turns around.
Oh shit. How is he back that quickly?
I'm gonna do a minor illusion near him, just saying, I've got a date!
A date now? It's 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, which I don't want to keep this person waiting up any longer, so if you don't mind.
And then Uncle Roz starts sprinting.
I feel like this has been a minute since he went out the window, so as he starts sprinting away, the umbrella just flies back into the tower.
From
Yes.
like the bush he tossed it into.
Like a minute later, Rampart comes back in with a couple of Dragon's Guard. So Kos has an 11 o'clock date?
Koss is probably actually hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh actually, come to think of it, I have Misty Step, so I'll just Misty Step out.
Okay.
Yeah. So even to the perimeter, Koss will just appear and go back into their home. Nothing
Yeah.
unusual about that.
I mean, they'll wait for a bit.
Yeah.
What kind of person goes out on date at 11 o'clock? That sounds more like a, what do we call it? A booty call?
I mean,
Okay.
possibly,
Booty letter?
but also, everyone is up really late studying, and there are races of creatures that just prefer the night. Like vampires.
As far as I'm aware, only one person is dating vampire in the Central Campus, and that's your friend, Garrett Craig. over
Right,
there.
I was using that as an example.
Maybe Koss is a homewrecker.
Considering
is
Just
right
spitballing.
there.
Aurora's here, so no.
Just spitballing. Didn't say it was good.
Gary's gonna try and distract Rampart by being like, "Oh, Aurora, you dating Koss behind my back."
Silvertrove went outside. I don't. Anyway, line up. We're going to search every single room. We can't be too careful. We know what happened here before. You guys got attacked. We don't want that to happen again. Oh, Silvertrove,
Hello.
what happened?
I...
I understand.
Yep.
He leans in. You and Aurora were gonna sneak out together and cheat on Garrett. Right, I understand. Don't worry.
What?
You have my blessing.
No, I just got stood up, that's all.
Oh, you're not going to meet sexy vampire in bushes to do nasty.
No!
Okay. To each their own.
I mean, okay, it's just like, where did you get to that? There's a couple steps that you have to... This is just because you don't like Garrett.
Yes, entirely.
It's fine, I know you don't like me.
That got really weird.
And they do a perimeter search, but obviously they don't find anything. The weird thing though is they do see the cart there. So at least Rampart's going to ask, hey Burninghammer, I thought you quit. I thought you were entrepreneur now and not janitor. What happened? What is this?
Yeah, you can take the Leonin away from the janitor, but you can't take the janitor from the Leonin, right?
It's a common saying.
Thank you. It's very common.
What's weird is that when I tracked Intruder, eventually I saw cartwheels. Not like a person doing cartwheels, I mean like the wheels of a cart. Burninghammer, were you by any chance in outskirts of campus?
My mistake. You're right.
No, that's a mistake. You were Griff.
There you go, you're getting it now.
Maybe.
Why?
Maybe I was looking for some nasty bushes.
Yeah, do me a deception check.
A deception check, okay.
Do me it.
I will do you, doing me, doing him. Plus 3, so that's 18.
Okay, no, that's real
There you
good.
go.
Hey.
Oh, I understand being a noble. Do you want to get away from the public eye? Do your, courting outside of school? I understand. Okay. Alright, and then around this time, the Dragon's Guard come back down the stairs. So we searched every room. Nothing there. Alright. Alright, false alarm. Looks to me like I was just trailing Griff this entire time. Weird. Could have sworn this was sketchy person.
I've been called worse.
Sorry, apologies, I ruined your night.
That's okay, I got stood up anyways, my night was already ruined.
Sorry, Silvertrove. If you ever want to talk about it,
I'll live.
I mean, Gowanda Tower is very nice.
it is. Jordan says hi, by the way, mistake. Lorraine says she never wants to talk to you again, Gary.
What?
Ooh.
Okay.
At least until
That-
next year.
That
she
seems
says.
like an overreaction.
It is, and honestly, she's been overreacting to everything. The other day, there was a hair that landed on her cereal, and she freaked the fuck out.
Oh, I feel bad for her.
I know,
Her
but
own hair?
thinking about what we could do to help her, but I also don't actually want to be anywhere near here.
Well, her father's a filthy Auric, so, is that right?
No,
no,
I don't
come
think
on.
that's how that
Okay,
works.
Rampart, goodbye, good night.
Oh, sorry. Oh, jeez, so emotional here. Okay, bye.
I hate it when people do that.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us again this week. This episode was recorded in Watertown, Massachusetts, also known as the traditional land of the Pecasset and Nanantam peoples. I'd like to give a huge thank you to all of the talented musicians that helped bring this podcast to life with their amazing music. We've provided a link to their web pages in the description. I would also like to thank our talented players, Tyler Rubin, Amelia Markopoulos, Rin Garnett, Michael Yang, and Nikki Aguilar-Thompson. This story would not be the same without their wonderful creativity. I've been your host and DM, Alex Aguilar-Thompson, and I hope to see you here again next week for another episode of Roleplay Radio.
Should we try?
Toby,
Toby,
yeah.
Yes.
Going to do the same this time with Toby.
Okay.
I swear to God.
What?
There's like, you like cut to a scene of like Shelly just like tied up in a chair and Toby has like a German accent and it's just full on bad guy.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's an imagination.
Yeah, that is right, Shelly.
We have infiltrated your school, Shelly.
We are the bunnies. we are legion. We multiply like rabbits.
Like us.
But then see the rest of the room and realize it's just a sex thing.
Xanther's just sitting there like in a chair watching.
Eating popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh, you made me tear up. We are the bunny.
We are Legion.
Okay, I mean, I want that to be the scene so bad. Unfortunately, it's not.
I mean, among other things, I don't think we could make that
Especially
decision
the
for
sex
Shelley.
thing.
Yeah.
You can put this in the post credits.
Yeah, seriously.
Alternative possibility.
Yep.
I thought the post credits were canon.
Most of them are.
You know, this will totally be canon and Shelly's still